Donald Trump will try virtually anything to try to discredit Tim Walz. He talks a lot about the riots after the George Floyd incident. You remember that. George Floyd was murdered by a police officer on the streets of Minneapolis on a video that was splashed around the world. Yeah, that one. And there were riots after that. And Donald Trump claims he went to Tim Walz and said, "You must deploy the National Guard. Save the city of Minneapolis." According to Donald Trump, Tim Walz refused. He continued to beg them until Donald Trump came to the rescue of Minneapolis and deployed them himself. Well, that's a cool story, bro, but that's not what happened. That's an absolute lie. And we know it's a lie because there's evidence that it's a lie. And get this, once again, it's an audio recording. You see, Donald Trump did spend some time talking to Tim Walz around that time. This particular audio evidence came 2 days after Tim Walz deployed the National Guard to protect the city of Minneapolis. That's weird. That isn't what Donald Trump said. And in this audio recording, he was praising Tim Walz for what he's done. Donald Trump was like a fourth grader talking to a college professor. Donald Trump didn't know what the fuck he was saying. He was just agreeing with whatever Tim Walz said, and Tim Walz explained what was going on in very concise terms. So the idea that Donald Trump had to force Tim Walz to do something during that riot period is absolutely ridiculous. It's foolish. And it really shows how immature and ignorant Donald Trump is. He thinks he can just say something and people will believe it. Well, people know he's a pathological liar, so they're going to fact check his shit. And every time they do, he gets exposed for being a fucking liar.